The British government said on Sunday that it would axe some post-Brexit bureaucratic formalism to wine imports, following a warning from trade that it would cause permanent damage. The move to end the requirements for the VI1 import certificate, which the minister said will save UK customers about £130 million annually, was welcomed by the sector. Bureaucracy has long been an EU requirement that has influenced imports from so-called third countries such as Australia, South Africa and Argentina. The regulation was intended to protect the EU's leading wine producers from New World imports. However, the UK-EU wine trade was disappointed when London announced that it would adopt the VI format after leaving the Union. This would extend bureaucracy and costs to French, Italian and Spanish wines, prompting disastrous warnings from the industry about additional costs, delays and financial damage. The EU supplies about half of the $4.4 billion of wine imported into the UK each year. Ministers previously claimed that the additional cost after Brexit would add an average of only 10p per bottle to retail price of imported wine. But VI1 is particularly problematic. Fine Wine Merchant, the certificate said the certificate requires laboratory sampling, so you need to open a bottle of rare or expensive wine that cannot be resold. The decision re-established trade agreements with other parts of the world in a way that strengthens Britain's leading position in the world's wine trade, said the chair and co-founder of the wine exchange LiveX, James Miles. James Miles, CEO of the Wine and Spirit Trade Association, described the move as a really historic and praised it as a truly wonderful result. And for more than 2 years, we have been constantly working to avoid the introduction of new import certificates for EU wine imports and to eliminate the unnecessary and costly paperwork of VI1 wines for non-EU wine imports. I've been running a campaign. Victoria Prentice, UK Minister of Food and Beverages, said, "Wine imports from the EU into Northern Ireland were unaffected by VI1 requirements due to regional conditions in the post-transition trade agreement with the EU. The government said imports of other non-EU wines would be considered part of a broader debate on the Northern Ireland Protocol." That is quite funny. Another thing having to do with the Johnson Protocol. Well, wine, as far as I know, they have a lot of wine being drunk in England, as far as I know. I'll see you in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.